hog show, and if you would please rise for the pledges. At this time, I would like to introduce our judge for this evening, Clay Krutzmeyer. Clay Krutzmeyer is from Fowler, Indiana. He began his collegiate livestock judging career at Illinois Central College before transferring to Purdue University, where he continued judging while earning a bachelor's degree in agricultural sales and marketing. He now serves as a livestock judging coach at Purdue University, while also working on his family's corn and soybean operation farm. Clay and his family run Krutzmeyer Show Pigs, focusing on Chester White and Spotted Sows. Clay has judged cattle, goat, sheep, and swine shows in 16 states across the country, but finds most enjoyment in judging hog shows. Welcome to our fair judge. Now entering the ring for Class 1, Judah Wright, Kinsley Easter, Asher Wright, Penelope Taylor, Lydia Saunders, Judah Wright, and Sophia Fout. Judge, this is your class.
Well, good evening, folks. I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to work through what's going to be a really good set of hogs. If this first class is any indication of what we're going to see, oh boy, a good way to start off. Things are making sense in my mind, but I'm going to make sure each showman gets their time out here in the ring and make you guys feel like you got a fair shot and a fair shake. I'm pretty confident how this one is going to go ahead and line up. Young lady right there in the long sleeve blue shirt is going to win this particular class. Boy, that one comes out of the gate and demands your attention. Just in terms of width and squareness of chest, right out there down to the base, and then watch that hog turn and go from the side. I love the way she props her nose up in the air, dead level down her spine, and then the length and the levelness of that one's hip is really impressive. Uses her hip, hock, and hind leg in an attractive kind of manner. Love the roll to her body and her muscle shape. Young lady does an A+ job getting that one driven to a very high degree. Young lady right here in the maroon shirt is going to end up being in second, and boy, this one also hits you in the ring with a similar kind of attention-demanding presence. Basically, this hog does everything that the class winner does, just a little bit less. I like that one's muscle, not as much as the one that wins. I like her bone, not quite as stout as the one that wins. This one in particular probably needs to be squared up just a little bit right there in the rear portion of her hip. But once again, young lady, awesome job in terms of body shape, feel, and presentation. Really good. Just didn't read her to be quite as stout as the one that wins. The young lady that ends up in third, this hog hit the gate and turned into a rodeo bull. Took me a little bit of time to get this one to settle down and analyze her. I think this one has an advantage over some of the contemporaries left in the class, just from a squareness of hock standpoint and strength of rear foot. She's a little bit more comfortable in her skeleton, which was easy to see. Hogs that aren't good built can't run. This hog is obviously very good built, and she'll show you guys how good built she is. Not quite as much muscle shape as the ones up high, but a good built hog. Young lady does a nice job getting that one presented. The young lady coming out next, this young lady in the cool colored shirt, this gilt has class advantages of body shape. Boy, a bold, round, capacious center body. She's deep and soggy bellied. I like all those things quite a good deal. Where that hog kind of worked herself down lower and within this particular class was just stoutness of rear bone and strength of rear foot. She's a little bit weaker on those rear pasterns, maybe not quite as comfortable on the go. When she gets out and moves out towards me, she rolls out of her shoulder and pushes her elbow out just a scotch. I'd like to square her up in her build just a shade, but young lady does a nice job in terms of fill and body shape. Really, really nice work. Young man that comes out next, he too, that's an intriguing kind of animal from this side, from a stoutness of foot and bone perspective. Really big footed, really big arm, good kind of muscle shape. That hog needs a little bit more body to her, a little bit too slab-sided for me, needs to be squared up as she goes right away. Young man, solid black gill that comes out next, kind of same song, different verse. Muscle shape is good from behind and up high. That one in particular, left hind leg was a little bit too bowy, a little bit too far out of bounds, I guess in my opinion, but a tough class to be in for that young man. He did a nice job with her, just want to square up her build. Young man with the belted gilt that rounds off this particular class. Stoutness of foot and bone is really, really impressive. That hog has got a little bit of swelling on her inside of her joints on both of her rear hocks. Just got to clean up her joint work, make her more comfortable on the go, but bone and muscle is good. Got to adjust that one from a skeletal perspective, but hey folks ringside, I tell you what, get comfortable. We're in for a really, really good pig show.
Results from Class 1. In 7th place, Judah Wright. In 6th place, Judah Wright. In 5th place, Asher Wright. In 4th place, Kinsley Easter. In 3rd place, Penelope Taylor. In 2nd place, Lydia Saunders. And in 1st place, Sophia Fout. Now entering the ring for Class 2, Caitlin Maynard, Lincoln Osborne, Brayton Counts, Addison Reidener, and Alyssa Wow.
Another nice class, and I think this class in particular probably offers just a little bit more discussion, I guess, in my mind, between second or third. But in first place, for me, is kind of non-debatable. Young man right here with the cool colored barrel is going to win this particular class. Man, that guy comes out, hits the gate. He means business. Comes at you as wide as a Mack truck. That's a big back and a big caboose. And then watch that guy turn and go from the side. He's big, broad, and manly, but then still he can turn and go and look like a modern-day show pig in terms of his skeletal build, assembly, the way he cranks his head up in the air. And I love the way this young man comes out of the gate and just turn and burn. When you come out of that gate and drive all the way to that side of the ring, kids in the back, if you can hear that, that's going to be a good look. Young man, you did an awesome job. These two young ladies right here, this is close because these hogs are both high quality, but they are vastly different just in terms of how they're made and how they're assembled. To me, I think there's one that's just a nickel stouter featured with a little bit more horsepower. I like the young lady on the far side in the blue shirt to end up being in second. That guy might rival our class winner from a spread standpoint up high. He's big and cracked open out of the backside of his shoulder blade, and that allows that hog to have a bunch of spread up high. He's round-bodied, he's deep-bodied, he's awfully stout-pinned and wide going away. As you watch that pig go from the side, I question if he's too fat. He's got a little bit more fat in his flank. He maybe gets a little bit weaker in his spine. That's what made it tough, but I thought that pig was a little stouter featured, a little bit better in terms of the relaxation of his shoulder blade than the one that ends up in third. Young lady's blue gilt that ends up in 3. This is an intriguing kind of animal because I think from a freshness, a body shape, and genuine muscle, I think this one might give that second place hog a little bit more of a run for his money because that hog is real, that hog is genuine. But to me, watch that gilt turn and go from the side. She wants to be a little bit, have her nose closer to the dirt. That's an indication of her shoulder blade being a little bit too straight. And then as you turn and watch her go right away, she's a little bit quicker stepping off of her hind leg. She pulls in at her hock, maybe doesn't have enough set right there, but still a really nice hog to end up being in 3rd. Young man's belted bear that comes out next. That's just a good kind of meat and potatoes type of bear that's not going to run you out of business. Adequate in his muscle, adequate in his body, and adequate in his bone. But in a class like this, that guy needs more muscle shape up high. He needs to be just a little bit bigger chested. Maybe just didn't have the raw, aggressive kind of market hog shape off either end of his skeleton. But young man did a nice job getting that one presented out in the middle of the ring. The gilt that rounds off this class, boy, from a skin and hair and presentation standpoint, this one might give anything a run for his money within this class. Young lady obviously worked her tail off at home, getting this one ready to rock and roll for the show. Stout bone, level design. That one just needed more body shape, a little bit too hard-sided and sucked up in her midrib. But once again, awesome class. My compliments to all those exhibitors.
Results from Class 2. In 5th place, Addison Reidner. In 4th place, Lincoln Orsbun. In 3rd place, Caitlin Maynard. In 2nd place, Alyssa Wall. And in 1st place, Braylon Coons. For Class 3, Presley Burke, Devin Fife, Penelope Taylor, Rocky Huff, Parker Foster, and Presley Burke.
We keep getting in your way.
Judge, this is your class.
Good class, interesting class, and I think of the top 3, this is probably the closest top 3 we've had so far because each hog is really, really good in one area, but boy, there's another one in here that kind of surpasses them in an area that needs to be fixed. I keep coming back to the same one, though. Young man right there in the long sleeve black shirt is going to win this particular class. That one, watch that gilt. Dude, you got a lot of people in here that like you. That's good. Hey, when that gilt turns and goes from the side, I think from a skeletal perspective, that one's the best. And the angle of her shoulder and the angle of her hind leg, a little bit better just in terms of the range of motion that gilt offers off both ends of her skeleton. Good chested, good in her muscle shape up high, and then coming and going. I think that one's plenty square enough. You know, she's kind of slick-haired. She's not maybe as dark complected as the other two from a visual, just an eye appeal standpoint right off the bat, but just break them down. I think there's a lot of good in that hog. Young man does a nice job getting that one driven to a very, very high degree. I like this guy right here with the narrow belted barrel to end up being in second. This one is sure bigger legged than the one that wins. Extremely stout boned, extremely good in terms of the roundness of that one's body shape. good in his pin width and good in the shape of his stifle. That one has a lot of good. I bet 20 days ago that thing was a hammer. Right now he's got a little bit too much fat in his cheek and his jowl. He's a little bit wastier down there in his flank. If we could slicken that one up a little bit, he gives our class winner a pretty serious run for his money. But boy, I think that top pair was really good. And then boy, the interesting one is the knucklehead down there in the corner. That young man came out with a pipe and a whip, and that's when you know that gilt's not going to be very fun to show. I bet in the barn with that gilt, props her head up and eats a marshmallow out of the gate. She looks like she's going to win a pig show. But when we get her out here and set her into motion, she's too deep tying. She puts her neck too far down into her shoulder blade, and then her shoulder blade's too straight. That's why things don't make sense up front. Her rear 2/3 from her shoulder back, that one is incredible. Body shape, muscle shape, stoutness of rear foot and bone. I like all those things, quite a good deal. Got to change that one's front end assembly, make her more efficient from a gas mileage standpoint. And boy, she makes that top trio interesting. But really nice top trio in this class. Calico bear that comes out next. Like I said about some previous hogs, that's just a meat and potatoes type of bear. That's just a solid kind of show pig. He's square built, good muscled, good bodied. Compared to those top three, he's a little bit plainer in his shape. He's a little bit flatter in his rib. But boy, a good kind of look and a good kind of presence. He too could afford just a little bit more motivation just in terms of his step. Young lady does a nice job getting him driven. I just wish there's a little bit more punch and power in that particular hog. Young lady that comes out next with the other calico bear, that one was nice. Tall and elevated right there at the top side of his shoulder. A bigger outlined hog that probably just needs more time on feed. To me, I read that one to be a little bit skinny in his midrib, maybe not have quite as much genuine muscle shape some of the hogs up high, but I thought the calico bear coming out of pen 10 was still a nice kind of show pig. Young lady did a good job with. And then the one we round off the class with, the young lady that's going to be driving out of pen number 10, that one, a pig that was maybe just a little bit more reluctant to drive. And as I get out and analyze that hog, stepping behind that particular pig, he's too bow-legged from behind, plants his foot on the inside portion of his body wall, pushes that hawk out. When hogs are built like that, they're not going to be just maybe the best moving and the most comfortable out here. That hog too maybe needs a little bit more body shape. Once again, awesome class. Great job to all those showmen.
Results from Class 3. In 6th place, Presley Burke. In 5th place, Presley Burke. In 4th place, Penelope Taylor. In 3rd place, Devin Fife. In 2nd place, Parker Foster. And in 1st place, Rocky Huff. Now in the ring for Class 4, Rocky Huff, Annabelle Owens, Lydia Saunders, Zachary Adkins, Madison Bevins, Lakin Kelly, and Haley Kipp. Judge, this is your class.
Another good class that I guess for me just falls into line relatively easy. Young lady right there in the maroon long sleeve shirt's going to win this particular class. Just kind of a single look at that barrel coming out of the gate. Once they all get settled in, he looks like he needs to win. That's the stoutest footed, biggest legged animal within the class. The shape working down the center of his back is impressive, and then he leaves you ultra stout pinned, ultra shapely going right away. He's got a big, secure kind of hind leg and a good kind of look from the side. Really didn't have to break that one down terribly hard within this class because I think up top he's the most problem-free hog that needs to win. 2 and 3 come a little bit closer, hogs that are drastically different in terms of their build and their color pattern. I like the young lady's blue-butted barrow to end up being in second. That one from the side, from a levelness of spine and levelness of hip standpoint, I think is really, really good. This view right here is impressive. Boy, that's a stout pin set and a really shapely kind of caboose as he goes right away. For having all that kind of shape and power, he still moves adequately. Not perfect off his rear leg. He wants to kind of paddle and search just a scotch. I don't think that hinders his mobility too much in this particular drive. I was more critical of the strength of that one's front foot and the stoutness of his front foot. I want to give him more air in those front tires and intensify his front bone. That's what made it interesting, because the young lady right here out in the ring that ends up being in third, that one is incredibly stout featured, incredibly stout skulled, very, very impressive in terms of those regards. That hog to me reads a little bit more mature than the blue pig that goes in second, and then that pig in particular maybe just doesn't want to get out and go quite as good. He pulls in at his hock, twisting on his front feet. He's just needs to be a little bit rearranged, I guess you could say, from a structural perspective. I just want to square him up. But thought those top 3 were nice. I thought they fell into line pretty easily. Young man's target-headed bear that comes out next. He too, in terms of that guy's proportions, height of shoulder relative to length of spine. I like that guy's ratios and proportions really, really good. He too is maybe just one that's pushing the envelope a little bit too much for me from a condition standpoint. He's fat down low. He's a little bit too fat in his jowl. And then as you get on top of him, he doesn't have enough shape working down the center of his back. Just a little bit too much bark on him right now, but young man does a nice job with him. The exact opposite thing can be said for the young man coming out next, and I talked to this guy in the long sleeve black shirt. It pains me to put a showman that does this good of a job this low in class because this young man gets it. He knows what to do when he's out here in the ring. I like watching this guy show pigs. His gilt's just too skinny, and I told him that. He kind of shook his head. He knew exactly what I was saying. I think he could kind of tell what was happening. I was walking up towards him. This guy knows what's going on. That gilt needs another 40 or 50 days. She'd give him all they could take if she had more belly. Right now, she's too skinny, but I tell you what, that young man can drive pigs with the best of them. He's a fun guy to watch show pigs. Young lady coming out next with the narrow-belted barrow. From the side, I like this hog. I like that one's stoutness of bone and levelness of design. Rear 2/3. Front 2/3, it looks like he ran a 40-yard dash and a 30-yard building. He's a little bit too bunched up in terms of his face, a little bit shorter in terms of his cannon bone, and then as you get in behind that hog, he's a little bit more concave in his rib shape. But I tell you what, muscle shape and stoutness of bone, young lady, very, very good on that particular animal. Just want to give him a little bit more muscle shape, but you're doing a nice job getting him driven. The black-headed bear that rounds off this particular class, kind of same thing can be said about the previous hog. In terms of look and balance and proportions from the side, I thought were good. That hog coming and going. He's too kind of knocked in at his knees, a little bit too narrow just in terms of his hock. His skeleton is too narrow to pack on any more muscle, but just a neat looking one from the side. Another nice class. Congratulations to all those exhibitors. Looks like we'll get you a top 5 in this first division.
Results from Class 4. In 7th place, Haley Kipp. In 6th place, Madison Bevins. In 5th place, Rocky Huff. In 4th place, Zachary Adkins. In 3rd place, Lakin Kelly. In 2nd place, Annabelle Owens. And in 1st place, Lydia Saunders. Now entering the ring for final drive for weight class 1, from class 1, Sophia Fout. From class 2, Braylon Coons, tag number 826. From class 3, Rocky Huff, tag number 735. And from class 4, Lydia Saunders, tag number 758. Judge, this is your class. Third place winners, please report to the holding area.
Well, these division drives are going to be interesting because I thought within class, these class winners, I found them, I was confident, I was comfortable, but then in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, how's that one going to stack up against the last one and vice versa as we get all the way through? But as we get through them, and I just think a really, really impressive set. Had to kind of sort through and had to kind of weigh some things out in my mind. Each one hits me maybe just a little bit at a different area with some strengths and some weaknesses, obviously, just in areas I'd want to tweak them. But boy, a really, really impressive group. Folks, I tell you what, your champion out of this division, his back shape, his muscle shape, width of chest and width going away is awesome. And then to be that wide, be that stout, be that powerful, he still moves with relative ease. He's being a little bit of a knucklehead, but he is my favorite young man down there in the cool colored shirt. Is going to be your champion out of this division.
Your lightweight division champion is Braylon Coons. Now entering the ring from Class 2, Alyssa Wow. Tag number 824.
Dropping that young lady second, and boy, he jumps into the mix. There's another one, I guess, two kind of rose to the top of my mind. This one, from a looseness, a skeleton standpoint, is unrivaled within this particular drive. Like we talked in class, love to strengthen up that one spine just a scotch. Maybe give her just a shot more bone, but hey, that's a good show pick. Young man right here is going to be reserved.
Your lightweight division reserve champion is Rocky Huff. Now entering the ring from Class 3 is Parker Foster, tag number 804.
We're going to go 5 deep in all these divisions, and boy, when the pigs are good, I'm all in on keeping awarding these kids for an awesome job. There's another one out here, kind of a tone setter for what this show's going to be. I think this one from the side is very memorable. Maybe not packing on the most from a weight standpoint. Look and design is awesome. Just wish there's a little bit more of her, but still a dang good one. Young lady that wins the first class is going to be third.
Third place lightweight division is Sophia Fout. Now entering the ring from Class 1, Lydia Saunders, tag number 757.
Well, it's cool when you can keep rolling out seconds and they look like this, but another one, boy, so stout, boned, and so just intimidating from a muscle standpoint compared to the ones up high. Maybe just not quite loose enough hinge from a skeletal standpoint. Maybe wants to pick them up and put them down with a little bit more pressure, but boy, that guy's a meat animal. This young lady right here is going to be next.
Your fourth place lightweight division is Lydia Saunders.
Well, this first division was really good. Looking forward to seeing what's yet to come as we increase in weights. I'm sure that we're going to see some good ones, but these lightweights are going to be playing ball 1 through 5. Another one out here, really neat one. If we could fix his front foot, make him a little bit stouter bone, he works his way up the line, but I think still good enough to get an award. Young lady right here with the blue bear is going to be fifth.
Your fifth place lightweight division is Annabelle Owens, tag number 800. Results from the lightweight division championships: in 5th place, Annabelle Owens; in 4th place, Lydia Saunders; in 3rd place, Sophia Fout; in 2nd place, Rocky Huff; and in 1st place, Braylon Coons. Congratulations, guys. I would like to remind all top five finishers in their division to remain around at their pins for final drive, where we'll place the top 10 and crown your grand and reserve champions.
Now entering the ring for Class 5, J.R. Turner, Brandon Fowl, Hayden Graybill, Anderson Myers, Allie Day, Lakin Berry. Judge, this is your class.
Good class and good way to start off the second division. A young man in kind of the blue and white kind of colored up shirt's going to end up winning this particular drive. A neat kind of barrel. Both those young guys are got some pigs that don't want to quite cooperate, but I think the barrel that wins in this particular class is the best in terms of his width, the skeleton, and the squareness of his knee and his chest, while still remaining good, true, and genuine just in terms of his skeleton. Once that guy does grab a gear and go, he's ultra fun to look at from the side in terms of elevation and proportions from the side. Look and balance, very, very good on that particular animal. Then still ton of muscle, good kind of body shape. Young man does a nice job getting that one driven to a very high degree. I think that's a nice place to start. Young guy down there in the short sleeve orange shirt's going to end up being in second. And boy, that gilt's got a lot. That is a bunch of muscle. Man, I don't know if you folks can see ringside, but her back is ginormous. Her rear end is ginormous. So much muscle and so much horsepower in that particular gilt. But unfortunately, with all that shape that she has up high, she has to compensate down low. She wants to plant and twist off those front feet, and then both of her rear legs want to plant maybe just a little bit too far out of bounds, but I like the muscle shape that one's offered. The young lady down there in the cool colored red shirt that it's going to end up being in third. This young lady did an awesome job in terms of heads up, presence. I love the way that this young lady maneuvers around the ring. A very enjoyable showman to watch. She makes it look easy. Those two guys are working their tails off. This young lady just kind of makes it look fun and easy. A stout-boned, level design type of gilt, but of that top trio, that's the most generic looking one up front, just in terms of head placement and kind of front end design. I want to rock her shoulder back just a scotch, but young lady, A+ job in terms of presentation and your ability to maneuver around the ring. Just wish that one was a little bit neater looking, but hey, that's a really, really good third place gilt in a tough class. Young man that comes out next with the wide belted barrel, that's a neat one from the side. Boy, that guy's got big ears. It looks like if he catches a gust of wind, his head's going to be yanked up in the air because those are ginormous ears. That's the first thing I noticed, but a good good heads-up level design type of barrow that's good in his skeleton. I thought that one's joints going right away. The cleanliness of his hocks is what gave him the edge over the one right behind him, because both these barrows and coming out here in fourth and fifth are kind of similar from a look and design standpoint. I think the young man in the black shirt was just a little bit cleaner jointed because this one that comes out next, he's probably stouter boned. Maybe he offers just a shot more muscle, but as you watch that barrow go right away, he's got too much swelling in his hocks. I want to clean him up and square him up just in terms of his joint work before we find him up any higher in the class. And then the young lady with the Hereford barrow. I think we're going to see a lot of crossbreds today. I doubt we see many purebreds. It's tough to show purebreds against crosses, and especially if you're going to have a Hereford barrow that maybe not going to quite fit in. But relative to the general population of Herefords, that's a good bodied, good muscled one. But heterosis has worked to the advantage of some of these other hogs in terms of stoutness of bone and muscle. Just not quite enough of this particular barrow to work them up in this class. But hey, really, really nice class. Good job to all those showmen.
Results from Class 5. In first place, Anderson Myers. In second place, Hayden Graybill. In third place, Allie Day. In fourth place, Brandon Fout. In fifth place, J.R. Turner. And in sixth place, Lakin Berry. Now entering the ring for Class 6, Easton Collier, Rowdy Huff, Colton Patton, Emma Simmons, Rhiannon Wilson, Shayna Leffingwell, Caden Neal, and Jackson Gates. Judge, this is your class.
Boy, this is a tough class to be in. There's a couple of these showmen that are sitting in gates right now that I'm sure came to the county fair with much higher goals than where they ended up. This is the toughest class we've seen all day because there's good ones all the way down the line, but at the same time, I think we got a really good one to win. Young man right here with the black-headed gilt's going to win this particular drive. Within a good class, this gilt does a lot of good things and then just a shot better than the rest. Really big-footed, big-legged. Big-footed, big-legged with an awesome kind of look from the side. Just kind of demands your attention with her look, balance, and presence out in the ring. And then she just utilizes her front skeleton better than some of the rest out here. Good bodied, good muscled. Within a class, there's a lot of extremities. That gilt just puts a lot of good together in my mind. Young man does a nice job getting her stuck. Young guy right here in the kind of the cool colored shirt is going to end up being in second. That one too from the side, an awesome kind of look and an awesome kind of presence in terms of the way that gilt kind of slings her nose up in the air and prances around. She just knows she's good. This look right here is absolutely killer, but then you step in behind and watch her go away. She almost wants to click her heels together a little bit. I want to intensify her up high. I want to intensify her at the ground, make her just a little bit wider up high and down low. From the side, you can't make them any better. I just want to change her coming and going, but hey, that's a really good one to go second behind a really nice one. My compliments to that guy on a job well done. run. Kind of the white spotted up bear that ends up in third, or the white gilt, I guess. She offers a bunch of muscle from behind. She might be stouter legged. She might be wider down low than the one that goes right up there ahead of her. I just want to adjust this one from the side a little bit. She's a little bit bulkier right over the crest of her neck, and then her color pattern kind of draws more attention. She gets a little bit weaker, deviates out of the back side of her shoulder. I want to strengthen her up in her spine just a scotch, but hey, another nice hog to end up being third within a tough class. Young man, you do a good job. The one that comes out next, this blue gilt from the side is a rock star, and I wish this gilt, if there was a breeding gilt show, this one is going to work her way up to the top and beat a lot of hogs in a breeding gilt show, because from a feminine standpoint, she is ladylike, she's tall-fronted, she's awesome-bodied from a breeding perspective, but here in a market hog show, I think she's got a little bit too much, just in terms of her belly. I want to make her just a little bit reel her back from a condition standpoint. She doesn't have the most muscle at the same time, but boy, skin and hair, presentation, look, and balance from the side are absolutely spot on. Young man, that one has a lot of value. I'm not sure if this is a terminal show or not. I hope that one does not end up on a truck. She needs to be in a sal out someday if that's possible. A nice type of pig to end up being fourth within a hammer of a class. When this young lady comes out with the clown-colored barrel, I thought, hokey smokes, this one's going to be tough to beat, because his head, his stoutness of skull and jaw, squareness of chest and knee, absolutely awesome. This look right here looks like he came to win the pig show, and then he turns and goes from the side. I just wish there was more of him. He needs more on his forerib and his center body, or behind her. I guess that's a gilt. Get on top of her. She needs more muscle, needs a little bit more spread up high, but boy, that one offers a lot of good coming at you, and from the side. I just want to see a shot more horsepower in that gilt. But once again, this young lady can drive hogs with the best of them. Really enjoyable to watch her drive that one around the ring. The solid black hog that comes out next is a good muscled, ultra stout boned one. That one, to me, I guess just comes in a few more parts and pieces. She's a little bit shorter fronted and shorter bodied. Maybe doesn't balance up quite as good as what some of the rest of these do. Want to slicken that one up just in terms of her jowl ever so slightly. But boy, big muscles and big legs. Just kind of want to stretch that one out a little bit in terms of her growth pattern. But good hog, no doubt. The black-headed kind of target market pig that comes out next, I told this young man, I said, that's a nice barrel. You should have just, I wish you weighed about 15 pounds less. You could have been in the first class and end up being maybe a second or third within that drive. Within this class, I like that barrel's build, like his design. He's too plain in his muscle shape. Needs to be a little bit more descriptive up high. Needs to be a little bit square going right away. But hey, young man, that's a nice hog. This is just a tough class to be in. The young lady that rounds off this particular class, I asked her, she's got a gilt named Darla. I named one of my first Chester gilts ever. I named Darla. Darla's a nice type of pig. Stout bone, good muscle. Maybe just a little bit too straight off her hind leg. Maybe not quite enough belly shape, but that's still a very good type of show animal to end up rounding off a really tough class. Once again, awesome job to all those exhibitors. That was a good class, fun one to sort through.
Results for Class 6. In 8th place, Rhiannon Wilson. In 7th place, Colton Patton. In 6th place, Emma Simmons. In 5th place, Shayna Leffingwell. In 4th place, Rowdy Huff. In 3rd place, Caden Neal. In 2nd place, Jackson Gates. And in 1st place, Easton Collier. Now entering the ring for Class 7, Larissa Graybill, Callie Haggerty, Heidi Lambert, Addison Ridnor, Colton Foster, Emery Clark, and Shayna Levy. We would like to welcome our judge today. Our judge this evening is Clay Kretzmeyer. He began his collegiate livestock judging career at Illinois Central College before transferring to Purdue University, where he continued judging while earning a bachelor's degree in agricultural sales and marketing. He now serves as a livestock judging coach at Purdue University while also working on his family's corn and soybean operation. Clay and his family run Kretzmeyer Show Pigs, focusing on Chester White and Spotted Sows. Clay has judged cattle, goats, sheep, and swine in 16 states across the country, but finds most enjoyment in judging hog shows.
Interesting class, because I think most pigs in this class are starting to figure out where the out gate is. So if you guys got pigs in future classes, come out of that gate and come all the way to this side of the show ring. I'll come find you down here. Everyone come to this side. Let's stay away from down there because the folks running the hurdles don't want to chase you down too hard. But so we'll just get that out of the way. But a nice class. I like the young lady right there with the black-headed barrow to win this class. That one's look and balance and presence from the side unrivaled. Looks like she's got that particular barrel on a string. That guy does everything that young lady wants to. He's heads up, he's good built, he's loose skeleton, level design. He doesn't have the most muscle within this particular drive, but I think we got some problems in this class. That hog I read to be just the most problem-free. That young lady does an incredible job getting that barrel driven to a high degree. That guy right there is going to end up being in second, and boy, that one's shapely, that one's stout and powerful, a big kind of back and a big kind of hip, lots of shape down in that barrow's hip and stifle. I like the muscle that he offers from that perspective. That barrow's a little fat right now. He's got a fat gland working there in the rear portion of his belly, and he's got a little bit more in his jowline than what I would call perfect. But boy, a good skeleton, good looking one. I bet 20 days ago he was a hammer. Just right now pushing the envelope from a condition standpoint. The one that's third is interesting, a barrow that's hard to get a look at because he's kind of wanting to gravitate closer towards this side of the ring. But boy, once you can finally break this hog down, very stout armed, very stout footed. Those things are really, really good. He's a little bit shorter in his cannon bone. He's a little bit quicker in his maturity. He's a little bit more moderate framed. I wish we could stretch him out just a little bit, but boy, he's got muscle, he's got bone. I just want to stretch him out a little bit from a vertical standpoint, make him a little bit square in his hock as he goes right away. But a nice type of pig to end up being third within this class. The young lady that comes out next, boy, that one too, a cantankerous one that's hard to get a look at. I like that one's height to shoulder elevation from the side, a neat looking one once she finally grabs a gear and go. A level design type of pig. To me, I read that one to be a little bit too frail on her foot, too frail on her jaw. Her skull just read, kind of told the story from there on back. Needs a little bit more stoutness to feature. Good muscled, just needs more bone, and also maybe that one could afford to have just a shot more belly. The young man coming out next, boy, that's an interesting one because that thing looks like she could wear size 12 Timberland work boots. Those are ginormous feet and ginormous legs, but feet and legs don't necessarily work in the best kind of manner. She twists in on her front feet, does the same thing as she goes right away. Just got to change her build ever so slightly, or change her build quite a bit before we work up any higher. Wide belted gilt that comes out next, a stout featured one from a bone perspective, good muscle. That one's a little bit too awkward or unpredictable about her left hind leg, roaches up in her spine too much when set into motion. And then the pig that rounds off this particular class, a good muscled, good bodied one, needed to be stoutened up in terms of foot and bone, needed a little bit more feature at the surface. But once again, a really nice class. And once again, folks in the next class, if you guys keep showing, when you come out of the gate, come all the way down here. Do not turn around. Don't come back here. Go to that side. I'll come meet you once everyone gets out in the class. So good job to all those showmen.
Results from Class 7. In 7th place, Callie Haggerty. In 6th place, Addison Ridenauer. In 5th place, Colton Foster. In 4th place, Larissa Graybill. In 3rd place, Heidi Lambert. In 2nd place, Emery Clark. And in 1st place, Shayna Leffingwell. Now entering the ring for Class 8, Graceland Donahoe, Berkeley Ferguson, Caden Neal, Willow Taylor, Hayden Graybill, and Brayley Ferguson. Judge, this is your class.
You guys hear that? Silence. Yeah, there we go. That's a good way. Hey, awesome job. Everyone in this class, awesome job. I love that one. Come out here. Let's give these kids a round of applause for doing a good job. Hey, that's good. Nothing to take away from you guys in the previous class, because when one pig starts to do it, they'll all start to do it. So trust me, I know, I've been there. But man, hey, awesome job this time. Get down here, turn and burn. That makes it fun. I think we got a really good class, and at the same time, I think we got a really good one to win. Young man right there in the short sleeve shirt, he's going to win this particular drive. I like this show critter. I like that gilt quite a good deal. She does a lot of things right for me. Square, big, stout, powerful, neat looking. I like that one. Quite a good deal. Young man, nice job getting that one presented to a very high degree. Young lady down here with the predominantly white barrel, she's going to end up in 2. Boy, that one's got a good kind of back shape laid into him. This view right here, stoutness of pin, shape working down the edge of that one's loin, I think is good. Stout down low and a little bit wider down there at the base of a skeleton than the one that ends up being in 3rd. Young lady, once again, boy, that is an awesome kind of skin and hair and presentation. That barrel is not painted up, but he is jet white. Awesome job. You can tell the hard work went in at home. Young lady right here with the barrel that's got the socks on, that's going to end up being in 3rd. She's working her tail off, doing a good job getting this guy driven. That's a good bodied, good muscled one. To me, he's a solid, a really nice barrel. The 2 that go up top are a little bit more extreme in terms of their stoutness, in terms of their power. This guy has a little bit less in terms of those regards. Maybe not quite as shapely. A dang good barrel that would get along. I judge a lot of shows. One like this would get along at a lot of levels everywhere that I go around. In a class like this, he needs a little bit more muscle shape up high to run with him. But young lady, nice job driving that one up into 3rd within a tough class. Hog that comes out next, boy, that's a big wide chest coming right at you, but almost the width of that one's chest almost works to his detriment to kind of counterbalance all that width that he has, or that she has right up there at the upper portion of her chest. She's got a plant and twisted on her front feet. Looks like she's either got an ear infection or some water in her ear, holding her head just a little bit goofy. Got to rearrange that one from a skeletal perspective, but boy, once again, young lady, nice job getting that one driven. I appreciate your effort getting down here. This solid black gilt that comes out next, I would be interested to know how this one is bred and how this one, what her diet consisted of this summer, because that is the most muscle that I've seen in a pig that can still move. Insane, and just in terms of her back shape, almost looks like kind of one of those old school Pietrin hogs from a muscle shape perspective. Huge muscle. That's all I can think about with this particular gilt. She's too frail boned, a little bit too narrow chested, and a little bit awkward going right away. But boy, that one is absolutely chocked full of power. Just got to make her move a little bit better, make her a little bit stouter. But hey, another nice one. Young man that rounds off the class. Boy, that gilt, awesome in terms of presentation. Her black is black, her white is white. She is hairy, and really neat looking. But a class like this was tough. She's just too skinny, to put it simply. She's got neat parts and pieces. She has a bright future ahead of her. If we could tack on another 30 or 40 pounds and add that one's body shape, she'd be a hammer just within this drive. A little bit too skinny bellied. Hey, tell you what, folks, awesome class. Congratulations to those exhibitors. A+ job in terms of getting them presented.
Results from Class 4. In 6th place, Caden Neal. In 5th place, Hayden Graybiel. In 4th place, Willow Taylor. In 3rd place, Graceland Donahoe. In 2nd place, Brayley Ferguson. And in 1st place, Berkeley Ferguson. Now entering the ring for middle class final drive, from Class 5, Anderson Myers, tag number 730. From Class 6, Easton Collier, tag number 750. From Class 7, Shayna Leffingwell, tag number 742. And from Class 8, Berkeley Ferguson, tag number 766. Judge, this is your class.
Good set of them. I don't play poker. I'm not much of a gambler. I'm a grain farmer, and $4 corn, I consider that's enough of a gamble. And if I did play poker, I want to be very good at it because I'm not very good at hiding my emotions. I like one of these things really, really good. This guy right here is going to win this division.
Your middleweight division champion is Berkeley Ferguson. Now entering the ring from Class 8, Brayley Ferguson, tag number 768.
Trust me, folks, when it's close, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to make sure I get these things lined up exactly like I want to. But I know when I know which way we're going to go, we'll move through and we won't build up the suspense any longer. I thought that was a hammer of a class. The young lady that was second is going to end up being reserve.
Your middleweight division reserve champion is Brayley Ferguson. Now entering the ring from Class 8, Graceland Donahoe. Tag number 797.
The top two within this particular division, I thought were just kind of in a different league than the rest. But boy, getting out here for 3, 4, and 5, got to do some breaking down, some neat parts and pieces I think you can tie into. But relative to the two that go up high, I think there's another one that fits into line pretty good, just from a muscle shape perspective. Ultra wide, ultra stout, with a good kind of balance from the side. Young man down there in the corner, just run him on out. You're going to be third.
Your third place middleweight division is Anderson Myers, tag number 730. Now entering the ring from Class 5, Hayden Grable, tag number 552.
Second in that class sure jumps into the mix. There's another one out here for 4th overall, but boy, in terms of look and presence from the side, I thought what was so good. And within their class, I thought they won with relative ease. In this drive, when we got them back out here, I just kind of had to ask myself, is that one's hind leg just square enough? I thought for maybe 1, 2, and 3, maybe not the case, but I think definitely good enough to end up being 4. Young man right there with the black-headed gilt's going to end up being the next.
Your 4th place winner for middleweight division is Easton Collier.
Been a good division. It's going to be interesting to see what these heavyweights look like. Those lightweights were good. These middleweights are intense. It's going to be interesting to see what the big boys look like coming out of the last division. But boy, another nice set out here. And like I mentioned, your 5th overall within class. There's not one part or piece about this animal that just are extreme or just super far-reaching. But boy, he's not messed up. He's solid, very complete, being shown to an absolute T. This young lady right here is going to end up being 5th.
Your 5th place for middleweight division is Shayna Leffingwell. Results from the Division II championships. In 5th place, Shayna Leffingwell. In 4th place, Easton Collier. In 3rd place, Anderson Myers. In 2nd place, Brayley Ferguson. And in 1st place, Berkeley Ferguson. Now entering the ring for Class 9, Molly Wilson, Larissa Graybill, Braylon Coons, Joshua Kraft, Emma Simons, Rowdy Huff, and Easton Collier. Judge, this is your class.
Boy, oh, a tough class, good class, a nice set of hogs, but I do like the way that things are shaking out. Some parts and pieces all the way up and down the line within this particular drive. I tell you what, the one that wins is a wild looking one from the side. Young man down there with the blue gilt's gonna win. Boy, when he gets that one's head up, she looks like she can get groceries off the top shelf. Her nose is pert near level with her spine when she drives from the side. That is just an exotic, freaky looking one up front, but then still past that, she opens up with body shape, with muscle. Her hind leg, she pulls her hock back past her body wall, swings it forward in an attractive kind of manner, dead level from the side. Really neat looking one. Young man, nice job getting that one presented. A really neat type of show pig to win this particular class. This guy right here with the belted bear is going to end up being in second, and boy, this is an interesting kind of critter because he has got huge feet, huge legs. This look right here from the side is kind of wacky because he is so heavy duty, so stout featured, and so big muscled. All those things are really good. Just coming at you. He's just a little bit, he's just too narrow chested. He plants them too close together at the ground. He's just a little bit more conservative in his chest. If we could bust that guy open up front and do the same thing from behind, he's going to give him all they can take in this particular drive. Love him from the side. I just got to open him up, coming and going, maybe slick him back just a little bit from a condition standpoint. But boy, a heavy duty, stout featured one, nice type of pig to go to. Young man that's working his tail off with a shirt that matches his pig is going to end up being in third. The white gilt is a big muscled one from behind, shapely up high. That one maybe just doesn't want to drive and kind of cooperate quite as good as the ones up high. I think that's a little bit of an indication of that one's skeleton, maybe just not quite comfortable enough to kind of withstand the wear of the drive, but good pig, no doubt, to end up being in 3. Young lady that comes out in 4, boy, another just interesting one because that particular gilt is chocked full of muscle, a big back and a big kind of shape, very descript, working down the edge of her loin and very expressive as she goes right away. She's got so much muscle, it almost works to her detriment. She needs to settle down in her spine and be laid back in her shoulder. She gets to roaching up and kind of a little bit more peaked right there behind her shoulder, and then at the same time, a little bit too straight out of her shoulder blade at the same time. But boy, an ultra expressive, heavy duty, muscled one to end up being the next. The narrow belted bear that goes out next, a young lady did a good job with. He's interesting because he's very descript on the edge of his loin, but he's a little bit fat down low in terms of his flank line. He's a heavy sheath bear. I don't know if that's a kind of a urine pocket or an infection or what that is, but he just looks a little bit saggy down low. I want to clean him up in his flank line and fix him maybe in his sheath, and then at the same time I want to give him more set, more angle to his hind leg. He's a little bit too stilty off of his rear too as he goes right away. young lady coming out next, kind of with a black-headed barrow. I thought that particular pig offered quite a bit of good within this particular drive, but within a tough class, I just wanted to see more of that one. A little bit too narrow down low and narrow just in terms of his pin set. I want to expand him, just make him a little bit wider and stouter up high and down low. And then as we kind of turn some more of these things out, these are nice pigs that are being presented to a very high degree, but within classes like this, just got to see more of them. Young man that rounds off the class, heads up, awesome presented from a skin and hair perspective. I just got to see more of that gilt. Not enough muscle, not enough body shape, but good pigs, no doubt. Once again, awesome job, good group of showmen. You guys are doing a good job on driving to this side of the ring. My compliments to all of them.
Results from Class 9. In 7th place, Easton Collier. In 6th place, Molly Wilson. In 5th place, Emma Simons. In 4th place, Larissa Graybill. In 3rd place, Rowdy Huff. In 2nd place, Braylon Coons. And in 1st place, Brentley Kraft. Now entering the ring for Class 10, Jackson Gates, Callie Haggerty, Molly Wilson, Samuel Cook, Brentley Kraft, and Madison Bevins. Judge, this is your class. I would like to take this time to thank our sponsors for this evening, Art and Amy Bell, Jason and Kelly Forbush, Wade's Work and Western Wear, Matt and Ben Ferguson, Lawrence County Fair Board, Senior Fair Board, and Starlight 4-H Club. Let's give our sponsors a round of applause.
Well, I'm well aware I took my sweet time on this drive, and I apologize to you showmen for making you work just a little bit harder at it. But man, these top trio, I think especially the top pair within this class are just they both are. They're both high quality, but boy, I just want to fix each one in a regard, but keep coming back, I guess, kind of my roots and my basics and what I always kind of pride and preach to my judging team back home is structural build and integrity. I'm going to stick to my guns. Young man down there on the far side in the blue and white plaid long sleeve shirt is going to win this particular drive. This pig, this particular gilt is undoubtedly the best in her shoulder, the way her shoulder is laid into her, the way her spine is laid into her, and the mobility, the range of motion out of her hip and hind leg are unquestionably the best within this drive. She's loose built, she's athletic. When you get in behind her, I wish she had more muscle, boy, because there's another pair of them out here that are just bigger in terms of their shape, more intimidating in terms of their power. That one has got enough muscle, and then her build, her structural assembly is the best within this drive. I like the way that one's being presented. Nice job. Now, boy, this orange kind of calico deal that ends up being in two, this is the one that causes a lot of problems in my mind because from her shoulder back, this screams big time good, hard to beat. Her feet are ginormous. Her muscle shape is just insane. That one is extremely powerful. But as she turns and goes from the side, maybe doesn't want to put her head up in the air and float just quite as good as what our class winner does because her shoulder blade is too straight. She's a little bit too rocked forward in the front portion of her skeleton. Maybe doesn't settle into her spine quite as good as the one that wins. But boy, that one's heavy duty, in terms of bone, in terms of muscle. I like that one's roundness of body. If we could fix her shoulder blade, I could run that one quite a long ways, but I just want to keep them good built. That's a dang good one to end up in two. This guy right here that ends up in three, boy, he's going to have to go find a different shirt after this because he is sweating all the way through it, working his tail off out here, and I appreciate that. I love his drive. I love his intensity. His intensity kind of matches his gilt because because that gilt's intense. She's stout-boned, heavy-muscled, and just kind of really geared up. Compared to those two up top, this one needed to be better shouldered and also need a little bit more muscle. I guess what those top two needed tweaked, this one needed tweaked in both those regards. But hey, this young guy could drive show pigs for me any day of the week. He does an awesome job. That's a tough class to be in. Good one to end up being third within a tough drive. Young lady that comes out next, a good built kind of bear, that was good in terms of his lines, in terms of his design. At this kind of weight, that guy needed more bone. I wish we could slicken him up under the under portion of his body. He's a little bit heavy conditioned at this stage of the game, but hey, fat hogs are better than skinny hogs, so a nice type of bear to be further on down the line. The Berkshire pig that comes out next, like we said about the Hereford, it's tough to show purebreds against crossbreds. Nice kind of Berkshire pig, good in terms of her body and muscle. Needs to be stouter bone, needs to be just a little bit better in her underlying balance from a depth of body standpoint to work up any higher within this particular class. And the young lady that rounds off this particular drive, like I said, tough class to be in. Still nice pigs all the way further on down the line. Just need to see more of this particular bear from a muscle standpoint. He's a little bit too overcooked from a condition perspective. But hey, nice class. Good job to all those showmen. Really impressive group.
Results from Class 10. In 6th place, Callie Haggerty. In 5th place, Madison Bevins. In 4th place, Molly Wilson. In 3rd place, Jackson Gates. In 2nd place, Samuel Cook. And in 1st place, Bentley Kraft. Now entering the ring for Class 11, Annabelle Owens, Parker Foster, Anderson Myers, Caleb Smith, Levi Ross, and Zachary Adkins. Judge, this is your class.
Boy, another good class. And if you folks are sitting ringside or within the sound of my voice, I'd say you need to come to the bleachers and find a seat. These pigs are good. We're about to go through another division and kind of stack these things up. So we need to make sure these stands are full for these kids when this whole deal shakes out. Another nice class, another good place to start. Young lady right here with the blue gilt's going to win this particular drive. In terms of look and design and structural build and integrity, I thought the blue gilt was the best within this particular drive. Cleanliness and lines and just that one's body shape I thought was so good. In terms of the depth of her forerib and her heart, center body and flank, I thought balanced up the best, and then still good kind of muscle shape, good kind of look from the side. A young lady does a really nice job getting that one presented. This guy right here is going to end up being in 2, and boy, another neat one. And like I mentioned earlier about some of these other hogs, I bet that barrel was a hammer about 20 days ago. Right now, they've done a great job managing them. Looks like age and size are just getting to him a little bit. He's a little bit too heavy conditioned, maybe just a little bit stale in terms of his body, maybe not quite as descriptive in terms of his muscles what the blue hog was, but a good pig to end up being 2, no doubt. Hog that ends up being in 3 is a little bit more intense from a bone and muscle perspective, but for as wound up as he is, I don't see that bear to maybe hinge and kind of maneuver out of his hip and hind leg quite as good as what those top 2 did, but nice pig to end up being in 3, no doubt. Gilt that comes out next is big up high, right in terms of the spread of her blade, right there at the back side of her shoulder, has a good kind of a shape. She's a little bit shorter in terms of her hip, a little bit straighter off of her hind leg. When she gets out and goes, she searches a little bit more east and west with her hind leg. I just got to make her a shot more comfortable on the go. The predominantly white hog coming out of pen 10, I appreciate this young man. I put him second to last, and he comes up and shakes my hand. Not many people will do that. That gilt is heavy muscled, heavy duty. she's too straight in her shoulder. She's a little bit too roached up in her spine. But I tell you what, young man, if you can look a guy in the eyes and shake his hand after he puts you second to last, you'll do big things. There's bigger things than pig shows. You got a lot of it going for you. I appreciate the heck out of that. If we could fix your gilt shoulder, I'd work her up higher. Young man that rounds off this class. This is a good class, good quality hogs all the way through. I like this gilt's muscle shape. I like her body shape. She's the frailest bone pig of the class. She might be one of the narrowest chested pigs of the class. But in terms of body and muscle shape, skin and hair presentation, that guy worked his tail off at home. Just want to make her a little bit stouter boned to run up any higher. Once again, nice class. And like I said, folks, if you're not sitting in the bleachers, you should be. We'll kind of wrap this thing up with a bang. Kids are doing an awesome job.
Results from Class 11. In 6th place, Caleb Smith. In 5th place, Parker Foster. In 4th place, Anderson Myers. In 3rd place, Zachary Adkins. In 2nd place, Levi Ross. And in 1st place, Annabelle Owens. Now entering the ring for Class 12. Gage Kelly, Willow Taylor, Emma Berry, Braxton Fout, and Addison Berry. Judge, this is your class. First and second place winners, please report to the holding area for final drive of heavyweight championships.
Well, last class, we just got 5 of them, and everyone's doing such a good job. We're just going to leave them all out in the ring and kind of show off all the hard work we've done this summer. I think there's a pig that needs to go 1, 2, 3, and things just kind of make sense. This guy right here with the big bear is going to win this drive and do so pretty easily in my mind. Boy, I don't know if you folks can see it, but that guy's got a big back and a big caboose, big set of feet and legs to go with it. I don't know what he weighs, but I know he weighs a lot, and then he's still good in his body, good in terms of mobility, being driven to a very high degree. I think that's a really nice place to start. Just as easily as that one wins, I think the young guy with the mullet rolling down the backside of his neck is going to end up being in 2. I think that's a nice kind of gilt, square and wide-chested and good in terms of her muscle. I like her kind of body shape. This one probably wasn't as loose hinged out of her hip and hind leg as the one that wins, but in terms of levelness of spine and look up front, I thought was really good. Maybe just need to make her a little looser going away. Want to fix her on her front feet, strengthen her up in terms of her pasturing strength, but a good hog to be 2. Young lady down there in kind of the black tank top looking shirt, it's going to end up being in 3rd. Big muscled, big body type of barra. He's just a little overcooked at this stage of the game. He's a little too fat. I want to peel that off of him just a scotch, but a stout featured heavy duty one, no doubt. Nice pig to end up being in 3rd. I talked to the 2 young ladies that are kind of remaining out here because their pigs don't look like everyone else's pigs. And the good Lord, he made some pigs to be show pigs and he made other pigs to not be. I asked both these young ladies, I said, I bet these pigs were not very expensive as babies. And they said, yes, there's some pigs back here that might cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. I guarantee you these young ladies didn't spend that kind of money. These pigs aren't stout boned, they're not super heavy muscled, but they are docile, they are broke, they have great skin and hair. Both these young ladies are doing an awesome job. Not the fanciest show pigs, but these young ladies work just as hard as everyone back there. They just don't have quite the type of pigs to go with them. I think they do an awesome job. When I place them, the blue pig would end up being next. That one has a little bit more muscle, so back tag 24 would end up being next in the class, and then the young lady, back tag 817, would round off with kind of the red belted pig. Like I said, not fancy show pigs, but they work just as hard as everyone else, and probably from a financial standpoint, they have things figured out maybe a little bit better than the rest. Awesome class, great way to end it up, and like I said, folks, do not lose your seat in the bleachers. This is about to be pretty fun.
Results from Class 12. In 5th place, Addison Berry. In 4th place, Emma Berry. In 3rd place, Willow Taylor. In 2nd place, Braxton Fout. And in 1st place, Gage Kelly. Now entering for heavyweight division championships. From Class 1, tag 747, Bentley Craft. From Class 10, tag 743, Bentley Craft. From Class 11, tag 801, Annabelle Owens. And from Class 12, tag 022, Gage Kelly. Judge, this is your class. Third place winners, please report to the holding area.
Heavyweight division is very good, an impressive set of them. I like all four of these hogs quite a good deal. They fit the mold for me in terms of skeletal build and design, and then still being good looking, but then packing on the extra punch and the extra power, in a market hog show they gotta have. I guess it kind of comes down between a pair of them. One to me is so good build and so good moving. I ask myself if that one's got enough punch, and then there's another one that's got enough muscle to share with everybody else. He's a little wasty down low, but I don't think that's enough of a reason to beat him. This one right here, the one's the last class, is going to be your champion heavyweight.
Your heavyweight division champion is Gage Kelly. Now entering the ring from Class 12, Braxton Fout, tag number 760.
Like I said, I kind of thought it'd come down between a pair of them. The one that wins has got a bunch of shape. The one that's going to be reserved, maybe not quite as much muscle, but boy, look and proportions and structural build, really, really good. Young ladies bluegilt's going to be next.
Your heavyweight reserve champion is Annabelle Owens, tag number 801. Now entering the ring from Class 11, Levi Ross, tag number 790.
The second places just keep rolling out, and they look good. Another one out here, boy, just in class. This one's look and presence from the side are just absolutely memorable. I don't think maybe had quite enough belly or quite enough roll to her center body to maybe get up there in the top three, but boy, a really, really neat one. This guy right here with the bluegilt's going to be next.
Your third place winner is Bentley Craft. Now entering the ring from Class 9, Brighton Counts, tag number 910.
I pretty well got things made up in my mind. Pigs are wanting to break down. It's been a big day for them and the showman as well. Young man, I like your mullet and I like your pig. That one down there in the corner is going to be next.
Your fourth place winner is Braxton Fout. Willow Taylor, please report to the holding ring. Now entering the ring from Class 12, Willow Taylor, tag number 794.
Third place bar sure jumps into the mix, but there's another one. Boy, from the side, from behind, I think he's really good, like we talked in class. If we can make him wider chested, he makes this thing shake out in a pretty interesting kind of way, but still want to get this young man some hardware. This belted bear right here is going to be fifth.
Your fifth place winner is Brightland Coons. Now entering the ring from lightweight division, Braylon Coons. Now entering the ring from middleweight division, Berkeley Ferguson, tag number 766. Now entering the ring from the heavyweight championships, Gage Kelly, tag number 022. Judge, this is your class. Third place from the division championships, please report to the holding area.
Hey, you guys out here, let's just let the pigs kind of settle down. Just let them settle down. Just kind of let that bird go to the corner, spray on them. We'll just kind of let these things cool down for just a second. I won't get real long-winded on you guys, but folks, thank you very much for having me. I love doing this. My month of July is completely booked up with shows. There's nothing I love more than doing this and working with your young people. There might be some people here that jackpot and national shows and do this thing for the whole year, and there might be also, I know there's people here that just come to the county fair, but for some of those folks sitting ringside right now, I don't know if you guys are aware, this show was ran to a bulletproof degree. For even the check-in out back, the guys working the gates, the hurdles, the people up on the block. I haven't asked you folks to do this once today, so let's do it right now. The loudest we've been all day. Let's put our hands together for the people that run this show, make this thing possible. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It was great. And then, hey, for you guys in the ring right now, we're gonna hand out a lot of banners. But guys, look around. Look at all the people that are here watching you. You got mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, friends. You got people here that are taking care of you and making this thing happen. I know you guys probably are not writing the checks for your Show Pig project, so make sure you go back and thank the people that help you out, okay? Go back there and give someone a hug. Whether you're a grand champion or whether you get left standing, make sure you tell someone thank you. It takes a lot of people. It takes a lot of effort to put this thing on. So, guys, we're proud of the people that put this show on. But one more time, let's put our hands together for this group of showmen that we had all day. I love their professionalism. I love the way they do this. Hey, guys, we'll go ahead and fire these things up. Let's go ahead. Let's put the stick on these things. Been an awesome, awesome show. I think the pigs were good. Obviously, the pigs are just a byproduct of what we're doing out here. We're raising young people the right way, teaching them how to work, teaching them how to win, but teaching them how to lose. And you guys are doing an awesome, awesome job. There's one of these things that just trips my trigger, fits me a pretty good deal. This guy right here is going to win the pig show.
Your 2025 Market Hog is Berkeley Ferguson, grand champion. Now entering the ring from middleweight division is Brayley Ferguson, tag number 768.
Boy, as a judge, I remember the first pig to hit the ring in the lightweight class. I knew that one was going to be good all the way up until those kind of down-eared pigs in that last class. I remember everyone we saw, but some of those classes are just memorable. This pig goes second in class, second in division, second overall. Young lady right here, you're going to be reserved.
Your 2025 reserve champion Market Hog is Brayley Ferguson. Now entering the ring from middleweight division, Anderson Myers, tag number 730. Easton Cole. Shayna Leffingwell, tag number 742, please report to the holding area.
Hey, you folks have been hooping and hollering for Grand and Reserve, but let's make sure we do it all the way down the line. You guys have been good. Hey, kids, make sure you go back and tell someone thank you. Young man down there in the corner with a barrel right there, you're going to end up being third. Awesome, awesome job.
Your third place winner is Braylon Coons. Now entering the ring from the lightweight division, Rocky Huff, tag number 735.
I don't have anywhere to be tonight, so I'll stick around and take pictures with you guys and do all the fun stuff. But make sure you're ready in the back to fire up and get driving. We're going to go 10 deep in this thing, and 10 hogs. We could go 20 deep and find deserving hogs of these awards. The next one out, he's big, he's stout, he's good. Not the best in his flank line, but still my next favorite right here, Big Bear, is going to be next.
Your fourth place winner from the heavyweight division is Gage Kelly. Now entering the ring from the heavyweight division, Annabelle Owens, tag number 801.
I remember I thought that pair was so close because of the good that both those pigs offered, and boy, I know I got them right, but boy, I thought it was awfully close. But hey, we're just going to go ahead and keep running them. Young lady with the blue gilt, you're going to be next.
Your fifth place winner is Annabelle Owens. Now entering the ring from the heavyweight division, Brentley Kraft, tag number 747.
Good pigs. I've lost track of what number we're on. I'm just going to keep picking them until you guys tell me to stop. One that came out of a heck of a division, young man right there in the cool colored shirt with the middleweight barrel, you're going to be next.
Your sixth place winner is Anderson Myers. Now entering the ring from the midweight division, Easton Collier, tag number 750.
I love judging pigs, and you know, I'll call my buddies on my way home tomorrow. Got a 6-hour drive, plenty of time to make phone calls. I could talk about pigs all day, but I tell you folks what, coming and judging, you kind of just, I don't know any of these people, but you kind of connect with these showmen, watch the intensity in their eyes and just see how hard they work. The next one out here, this young man's had a heck of a set of hogs today. He's done a great job, whether he won his class or whether he was a little bit further on down the line. I'm glad we can get him some hardware. This guy right here in the black shirt is going to be next.
Your seventh place winner is Rocky Huff. Now entering the ring from the lightweight division, Sophia Fout, tag number 759.
Good pigs and good
Lydia.
show. Me or you? Me? Okay. All right. Hey, good pigs and good showmen. Just like I said, you know, and kind of the pigs fall short of what we're actually trying to do out here. There's another one out here. It looks like the kind of pig I would scribble in my notebook when I should have been paying attention in school. In terms of height, the shoulder, and look up front. A really, really neat looking one. Hey, young man right there at the blue gilt, you're going to be next.
Okay. Your eighth place winner is Brentley Kraft from the heavyweight division. Lydia Saunders, tag number 758, please report to the holding area.
I know where I'm going for 9 and 10. We'll still bring out hogs, but I know where we're going. The next one in line, I remember this one in class in terms of squareness, chest, look and proportions from the side were so good. Maybe not the squares from behind, but boy, she is the next best in my mind. This guy right here at the black-headed gilt is going to be 9th.
Your 9th place overall winner is Easton Collier. Now entering the ring from the middleweight division, Shayna Leffingwell, tag number 742.
Once again, folks, thanks for having me. And once again, kids, when you go back to the barn, make sure you tell someone thank you. You guys got to make sure you tell someone thank you, tell them you love them. This project takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. Been a blast. This county fair will be a very memorable one for me on the rest of my travels. Next one out, I think it was one of the first pigs I saw all day. I remember the moment I saw this gilt, I knew it was going to be a really good pig show. She's not the biggest, but she has my next favorite. Young lady's lightweight gilt right here is going to be 10th. Good job.
Your 10th place overall from the lightweight division is Sophia Fout. This concludes our 2025 Market Hog Show. Your top 10 overall are as follows. In 10th place, Sophia Fout. In 9th place, Easton Collier. In 8th place, Joshua Kraft. In 7th place, Rocky Huff. In 6th place, Anderson Myers. In 5th place, Annabella Owens. In 4th place, Gage Kelly. In 3rd place, Braylon Coons. In your reserve grand champion Market Hog is Brayley Ferguson. Your grand champion Market Hog is Berkeley Ferguson.